Okay, let's start a reading vlog. So far, I have been listening to a quart of Sugar and Spice, and it is so unhinged. Like, I understand all the like hype. It is a ride. It is a ride. It is ridiculous. It is intense. But basically so far I'm about 25% of the way through. I'm listening to the audiobook, and just like that definitely adds to it because, you know, as an American, listening to this British accent is making her sound way more posh. And so, but they're like ladies. They're ladies, and they're supposed to be like high class anyways. And then but then they're talking about dick at every turn. So it is hilarious and ridiculous. And basically they get some blood on a nutcracker, and then he turns into like a man, except he's a fae. He's like, I'm the fae prince. And they're like, she basically hates him immediately. She's like, oh, you're so annoying, and I hate you, and I can't stand you, and all this. And I think that is hilarious. It's just hilarious because the whole time she's like, I don't like you. He's like, I don't like you either. But then she's also like, but do we got a dick? And I'm just like, oh my god, girl, settle down. But anyway, so they end up trying to help him and like going into like the fae world, and things just continue in a similar ridiculous direction. But so far it's very fast paced. It's very hilarious. I'm finding it so funny, the whole dynamic of like, I hate you, but I hate you too. It's mutual. But then they're very posh about it. I mean, the way they talk is just very posh, so it's funny. Like, you know, I don't know. Hearing posh people say like expletives is just so counter to like what you expect. It's throwing me for a loop in the best way. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. But yeah, anyway, so that's how that one's going. And then I've also been reading on my Kindle Spookily Yours. That one is not going as great. Like, the beginning I feel like was a little bit rocky. I'm about halfway through that one now, and that one's been rocky. So that one has been like, I don't know, like the setup is not complete. I feel like there's definitely holes in the plot so far. Like, she goes to this is witch, and she's living in a town full of witches, and then there's her sister. She works with her sister, and her sister is telling her like, you know, you need to have some stuff of your own, you need to do some stuff, you should probably get any familiar, which for her is just like cats. They just get cats. And so she goes to the shelter to get a cat, and then the cat ends up being a demon. So she ends up unleashing this demon, and then he's like, oh, this is my mate, blah blah blah. But then he acts like he can't stick around, but it's not being specified why, other than like he feels like he needs to go back to the demon realm for like some unspecified reason. I'm like, is there an actually good reason, or are we gonna find out that it's like something stupid? I'm leaning toward it's gonna be something stupid. So and she's also trying to hide it from her sister, who's like clairvoyant or whatever. She can see the future. Like, even though she told her not to look into her future, I'm like, okay, but she could be looking into the future of Demon Boy and know that he's a demon. Like, I think her sister knows more than she's letting on, because she's just letting her sister play stupid, and it's so annoying. Like, I'm annoyed because she's not making sense. But I'm halfway through that one. It's getting a little bit better, but it's also still confusing. Like, why? It just feels like very made up angst right now of like, oh, but I can only be here for a month, I gotta go. Like, why? It has not been specified. So anyways, that's how that one's going. And then what else have I been reading? Started 5 Broken Blades, which so far this is not what I expected either. So this is hilarious. I mean, some parts too, because people, like, some of these characters are just like thinking about dick a lot too. And then some of them are like, but some of them have like very serious, like horrendous backstories, because there is, so far it's like multiple people that can basically do murder, or like, I mean, unalive people, but they're all kind of congregating together to kill the king, but he's a god king, so they have to like, some people think he's unkillable, like that he can't be he can't be unalived or whatever, but some of them think he can, and like, it just sounds like they're heading out for like a very impossible task, but some of them, like, their lives depend on it, and then others of them don't. They're they're like, well, that sounds ridiculous, but I'll do it for money. And then it's just a whole bunch. There's a whole bunch of different people with different motivations. Slowly, how far am I into this? Like 20%? Yeah, so far I'm still to where they're congregating together to try to do this. So I don't know. I know there's a sequel, so I wonder how far they're getting in this. But so far I'm liking it. It is full of characters. Like, these people are characters. Some of them are unhinged, some of them are funny, some of them are super serious, and some of them are just super gay. So we'll we'll just see how it goes from here. But the one thing that they're all good at is doing crime of the stabby kind. So anyways, we'll find out where this goes. But so far I'm liking it. Okay, so update for 5 Broken Blades. I just finished this. This was the most bullshit. The ending of it is so ridiculous. Like, just so, one of the most ridiculous endings I've read in such a long time. Like, it's just so extra. This ending is so extra, and everybody's looking at each other sideways now because everybody's bullshit's just like, not all of it, but there is significantly more bullshit just laid out on the table now. Everybody's just like, okay, well, now we need a new plan, and it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And now I see how there's like a second book, because I was just like, how? But yeah, they did their attempts. It does go through like an attempt, but like the end is such ridiculous shit. Right, Amethyst, do you agree? Tell the people, yeah, it's bullshit. Anyways, bullshit of the highest order. Anyways, but I gave it 4 stars, and I will definitely be reading the sequel when I get my hands on that. So yeah, bullshit of the highest order. That is basically the review for that. So an update on A Quart of Sugar and Spice. The ridiculousness has continued. This girl is so upset that the Fae Prince has not slept around. It's a weird thing to be mad about, but she's mad about that, and then apparently they kiss, and he's like, nah, I don't care about it. And she's all mad. She's like, no way, everybody always feels like me. She's like, she is so cocky about her like sexual prowess. It is insane. I can't stop laughing. She's so pressed about this stupid shit. She's so obsessed with dick. It's hilarious. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna go back to listening to it, but I just want to throw in that update. But like, this girl is so obsessed with sex and dick. Like, oh my god. Just so much. Their argument, even though she already is like, I don't even like you. He's like, I don't like you either. Girl. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. Updating and probably finishing the blog here. Vlog, whatever. But, I did finish Spookily Yours yesterday, read it on my Kindle, and yeah, no, this book was ridiculous. Like, the only good parts about it, I guess, were the smut, but even then, there's like, details don't line up, the plot was stupid. Like, he's like, oh, I can't stay, for what reason? Apparently because he's supposed to like go back and do whatever stuff his brother wanted him to do because he serves his brother, but it ended up being a non-issue because later he's like, oh yeah, I can definitely stay. Like, Why did you ever say that you couldn't then? The whole thing's stupid. And then with the next, like, another part is like, oh, the girl doesn't believe in soulmates, but then with her magic she can see the golden threads that connect mates and soulmates or whatever. And I'm like, so she doesn't believe in it, but she can see it, except we didn't know that until like a month later. What? And then there's like a scene where they're like trying to do it in the middle of a busy ballroom. What? And 1 second her dress has a sex slit or something, and then the next second her dress is bunched up like a normal dress. Because I'm like, who the hell is making dresses with slits and then where your hoochie's just out? Like, I mean, I'm sure somebody maybe somewhere, but why would you wear that to a ball? A big, I don't know. I'm like, I don't think that's the context you'd be showing up in that kind of dress for, but yeah, a lot of stuff did not make sense. I gave it 2.5 because it just, the plot had huge holes in it, and then the details also didn't line up. Like, it's a mess. It's a mess. I feel like this author just wanted to write some sex scenes, and that's fine, but like, you could have at least tried to make some of the details make some kind of freaking sense, or at least be consistent. Like, it needs editing. It needs something. But yeah, no. Well, I'm not a fan of that. I'm not continuing that series because there is a sequel. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And the other update. Oh yes, I finished Quart of Sugar and Spice. That book is hilarious. And I think when I was updating before, I was getting the POVs mixed up. So it's like there's like two sisters, and one is trying to get with Lear, which I'm a little bit confused about what his position in the court is. But then yeah, then the nicer sister is getting with the prince. So this is some imaginative shit right here. Like, I'm going to definitely continue reading that series. I mean, I already have the audiobook for the second one because I have to know how this shit goes. Like, it is just some of the most inventive shit that I've ever read, and I did not expect this from a Nutcracker retelling. I mean, I knew that it was gonna be like smutty and everything, like that part I knew, but the rest of it, I'm just like, and the characters have so much personality. Like, everybody is just doing the most. It's hilarious. People are ridiculous. This book is giving the most. So anyways, so far, yeah, I would say the books that I have read in this vlog, 2 out of 3 have been entertaining as hell, so can't be mad at that. But yeah, I'll probably wrap it up here in order to post this on time, but we'll see what happens next. But yes, Amethyst, say bye. Say bye to the vlog. Say bye to the internet people, Amethyst. Okay, I guess that's her bye. Next time.